City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at Deck City or visit their new location just north of Cornerstone. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of home living and job training. You'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
The Drive with AD and Raph.
I kept hearing people say it's hard to recruit to Nebraska. Man, get the hell out of here with that. You don't think it's not hard to recruit in Iowa? It's not hard to recruit in Wisconsin? So when I hear people say it's hard to recruit to Nebraska, then don't coach at Nebraska.
If you put Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Lincoln, Nebraska together, I'd choose Lincoln, Nebraska. I know it's closer to the south, but if you look at the city of Tuscaloosa, I would choose Lincoln, Nebraska.
Weekdays from 8 to 10 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey-Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Gather round. This is the Ticket Water Cooler.
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Coming at you live in the heart of Lincoln, America.
I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
On air and online at theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Jake Bakoven and Enrique Alvarez Clary.
This is the Ticket Water Cooler. Happy to be with you here on a Wednesday. My days are still screwed up. Still kind of maybe from Memorial Day weekend or whatever. That 4-day weekend still's got me thrown off. So I don't really know what day it is, but I'm fairly certain it's Wednesday. And so we're here.
I know for a fact that it's Wednesday.
You know for a fact.
Yeah,
right.
because we've got motor food out there.
That's right.
Hanging
that's
out.
Right.
It's Taco Wednesday.
Well, I'm not going to lie. That actually adds to the confusion because we switched the motor food days now. So at one time I knew what day that was.
You were like, it's Tuesday. Now it's Wednesday. Nope, it's a day later.
Yeah, so it's kind of confusing. But in any case, shout out to Motor Food. Absolutely delicious. We got nachos and tacos out there today. We encourage you to go out to Motor Food and try some of their delicious food. And they're bringing a different types in kind of every week. So it's a lot of fun and really fills our bellies up. And so appreciate that. Shout out to Motor Food. I think there's a lot of kind of news that we can talk about. I know you just got off a video game podcast. So go ahead and promote that.
I did. So I am joining the Amon Green's Gamers Lounge. that he records every Thursday or every Wednesday. See, now I got my days mixed up. Every Wednesday he records that. It goes live on Twitch, Twitter, I think Facebook, YouTube. And that goes live from him. And what we will be doing with that is we will be re-airing that later on today at 8 p.m. I've got to, ask him for the download, cut it up, and make it radio friendly. Well, it's radio friendly anyways, but just cut it up and make sure that it fits within the hour time frame that DP has given all of us for our own personal podcasting things. So it was a great time. I was on with Amon and his friend John Arias, who just found out today he's the play-by-play voice for Wisconsin volleyball and Wisconsin women's basketball. So have that, I talk volleyball, I talk women's basketball. Maybe when Wisconsin comes up, I'll be able to maybe we'll get him on the show, or maybe I'll just, visit with him before a game or before a match. So, but it was great. We talked video games. I got to introduce myself to his crowd and just had a really fun time. And look, if you would have told, little 10-year-old Rico that you're watching this guy run the ball for the Green Bay Packers and this guy played for Nebraska and was an all-time great. And in a couple of years, let's say 10-year-old me, so in 20 years, you're going to be, man, I'm old. You're going to be talking with this guy, not about football, not about sports. We're talking about video games.
Yes.
I'm like, you're crazy. Nobody's going to be doing this. You can't make it. You can't make a living off of video games. That's what I was told. Nope. I was that. The people that told me that back then were wrong. I should have stuck with it.
And of course, we have our new Nebraska sports show on Saturdays.
On Saturdays from 12 to 2, the Nebraska
Big Red
esports
team. You should say, Nebraska sports team.
The Nebraska esports team will come in here and give their takes on video games and what they're doing and how they do their thing up at the university with their coach Amon Green.
It's the same guy. But it's very cool stuff. Look out again for all of our podcasts. I debuted Nuclear Heat, a wrestling podcast last night, so it kind of allows us to kind of branch out a little bit. In our case, certainly to things outside of sports that we're interested in, and of course across the station we have a lot of people doing a lot of different podcasts, so look out for those. The reason I brought it up, one, is because you have an N64 shirt on, which is fantastic. My personal favorite system, maybe other than Game Boy Color, but that's a little handheld. But those are two of my favorites. But the biggest news, of course, this in the gaming world, at least for sports gaming today, is that the College Football Players Association is organizing a boycott of the 2024 EA Sports College Football video game. Now, this is terrible news for everybody that is looking forward to it. They already had to push it back a year. We've all been waiting, of course, 10, 11 years by the time it actually hits the shelves. And so most of us don't want to see any problems with this college football video game. But that is not to say that the College Football Players Association is not warranted in what they're trying to do. I mean, and we can kind of give you the numbers and let you think for yourself. So each player is supposed to get about $500. In fact, exactly $500 to be a part of the game. The College Football Players Association thinks that is very low and not necessarily what they're going to look for. So they're going to look to boycott it and try probably to get a bigger number out of it. To compare it to Madden players get close to $17,000 to be in the game. So anywhere between, this is On3 kind of reported this. So they reached out to some NFL players. They heard anywhere between $17,000 to $28,000. If you just do $17,000, which it seems to be kind of the standard player, maybe star players get a little bit more. Then you're looking at a total of $30.6 million for the 1,800 NFL players. But Madden does make $600 million in annual revenue, so it's only about 5% of the revenue. Now, if you look at college football, 11,050 players, a lot more players. So if they paid $500, it only totaled to about $5.25 million. But again, you have to recognize, and I know we all love college football, and we hope that this one does well. But at least according to their last sales, I think they sold. I got so many numbers here; they're kind of getting all mixed up. But in any case, you think about $70, $80 a game. I think they sold like $110 million. In any case, I think that the 5% that they have for the Madden players is similar to the 5% and $500 that they would be giving to the college players. So if that's kind of the EA Sports model, is to kind of give 5% to the players, then the $500 kind of makes sense. Because EA does not, or excuse me, the college football does not do 600 million in revenue. The last time, again, they did it was about 110 million. Again, we all love college football. I love college football way more than Madden. And people pretty much complain about Madden unanimously in the last couple of years because it hasn't been very good. But it is still a giant, compared to almost all other video games.
So NCAA Football 14, this says, was a commercial success, selling over 1 million copies. I feel as if Madden sold a lot more than that. I mean, based on the numbers that you're telling me. And look, I don't want to take the side of the big brand EA Sports and all of that, but at the same time, you have to think about it. There are more college football players. They're not sure how well this game is going to do. Yes, a ton of people were excited for it. Yes, a bunch of people were saying they were going to buy it. They don't know who's actually going to buy it. They don't know how many people are going to buy this video game. So starting off at $500, I understand that's a lowball offer compared to the NFL players that are getting 17. What do you say, 17,000 or 1,700?
Yeah, around 17,000.
So 17,000 for being in Madden, but you have to realize there's a lot more players. They're not sure how this is going to sell. So 500 in the first year, yeah, it's not a lot, and you're going to feel a little bit slighted. But who's to say it doesn't go up the next year when they make the video game and the year after, because they're actually getting players in the game. So how many people are going to buy this saying, I want to play as my favorite team with these actual players and do all of that? There's that portion of it. There's the portion of how many of these players are actually being paid. Like how many of them, because you as an individual can opt out of the game. So at that point, they'll just replace you with a different player on the team, or they'll give your player a fake name. They'll change where you're from. They'll knock your height down or up an inch or two. They'll knock your weight down or up about 20 pounds. They'll change your number. All of a sudden, it's not you anymore.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about paying you. So when you think about it in those terms, I don't want to take the side of EA, but for this first year, I think 500 it's still low based on I believe they're going to sell a whole bunch of copies. 500 is a bit low, but I feel like it's fair in this first year, whereas next year, I guarantee it goes up.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because it's just kind of a standard. We always talk about with NIL, kind of the standard payment. Should everybody be paid equally? And is Caleb Williams and Blake Corum getting the same $500 that a redshirt freshman or a true freshman that UNLV is getting? That's certainly not fair. But you've got to find a way to do this. It's not, as we always say, life isn't fair. It's tough to kind of to find a way. So unless everybody is trying to independently, for themselves negotiate, $500 baseline is good for a lot of players. And I remember when those games came out, they didn't have the actual names, obviously, like
just
the numbers and all that. And you would go to Big Ten Media Days and he'd ask about it, and players were excited to be a part of the game.
Exactly.
It wasn't really a whole lot to have to do with, well, I really want to get paid. There was a group, obviously, which created basically the end. And we know Sam Keller and Ed O'Bannon and those guys part of that group. And I'm sure that there was a lot of people that would at least like to get a little bit of money out of it. This is kind of what that is to me. This is kind of the little bit of money to add you into the game. But again, you can't compare it directly to the NFL just because the amount of play and the sales, that Madden does. So I'm interested to see where this goes. I think that you will ultimately, there's still, I think, negotiating with a few schools to get in. That there's a large amount of schools that they've kind of, and I think that's kind of why they pushed off the game a little bit, is they're dotting their T's and crossing their I's. The other way around, but
no, that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, no, that's
I don't know what they're really doing, but making sure it all presentation is good. But it wouldn't shock me, like we've seen in the past, Michael Jordan not opting out of video games.
Charles Barkley isn't in 2K.
He
never has been.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to be, so he's not.
Yeah.
I don't think Reggie Miller's in 2K either. Like some of those stars, they're just like, I don't want to be in the video game.
Bill Belichick has been New England coach.
Yeah, it's just NE coach, and it's some short guy with glasses. Every year. It's not an old guy. It's like a young guy with glasses. That's what it is every year. NE coach. So you can opt out of the game if you want. You can opt into the game if you want. The problem is they're going to have enough players opt in that they can actually build these teams. But like I said, worst comes to worst, I guarantee EA just changes numbers, changes where you're from, ups your height, ups your weight, downs your height, downs your weight, and all of a sudden it's not you anymore. Then they don't have to worry about paying you, and they'll just go right back to RB number 7, QB number 12. Like they'll go right back to that because they're going to make their money either way. So to me, at least in this first year, get your money. Get your $500. That's $500 you didn't have.
Yeah.
Plus, I bet they give you a free copy of the game.
Yeah, and you're a video game character, which is a
Exactly.
lot of you grew
You've
up
got
wanting to
you.
do that. So yeah.
And part of it, you know what? You know what I would do
Hmm.
if I'm part of these negotiations, and this would be terrible for EA. I'd be like, all right, I want more money, but if we can't get more money, I want each player to have a customized one with them on the cover.
Yeah, that would be cool. Now that would get him in. Yeah, $500.
Put me on the
And
cover.
me on the cover
Yeah,
of my own copy.
you have whatever whoever's on the cover for everyone else.
Yeah.
But for the players, just put them on the cover.
Which, while we're on the topic, I do wonder if it's going to be a current player. Remember, the old iterations was like a player that graduated the previous year, was in the NFL rookie season usually. They did Desmond Howard one year for they went way back in times.
Yep.
Barry Sanders, I think
That was the one. That was the one where you could go back and play as former Heisman winners. You could take them
Right.
to a different school if you wanted to see if you could win the Heisman.
which was kind of weird.
I took Barry Sanders to
You did that?
Wisconsin.
Yeah,
He won the Heisman again because all they did was run.
that worked out. I mean, those games are fun. I can't wait for it. I hope they've said it's not going to be a whole lot like Madden, which again has not fared well as far as reviews go the last couple of years. So I can't wait to see what it is. Also of note with Madden though, today they announced Josh Allen, the cover athlete. What do you?
The first Bills athlete to grace the cover.
I would think so. Who would be the next best Bills option over the last
Marshawn Lynch.
30 years? Yeah, Marshawn Lynch.
When he was
probably.
there.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's gonna do it.
That's about it. Yeah, I think that might be it. No, he's the first Bills player. I think it's great that he's on the cover. I mean, Patrick was already on the cover. You can't do it twice. So.
Yeah.
The Madden curse seems to be over. Players haven't been getting injured or having bad seasons after being on the cover of Madden. I actually just spoke with Lamont about this on the podcast. I don't know if he wants me to share this, but it's on the podcast. He shared it. He was offered the chance to be on the cover of Madden at some point, but that was when the Madden curse was at full tilt, and he was superstitious. So he was like, "No, I don't want to be I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to be the reason that my team misses the playoffs." So he said, "No."
That would have been really cool to see him on.
He did ask if he could be on the back of the cover. But
maybe that
yeah, that would have been great to have him on the cover.
would have been awesome. Yeah. You just made my childhood cry a little bit.
Well, he said it on the podcast, so I'm sure he's fine with it. I told him it was going
Right.
to air later,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Well, everybody's going to know.
Well, podcasts are public information. Off the text line, someone says, "Don't forget about in-game purchases that weren't a thing in NCAA 14."
I don't know. Are you going to? What are the in-game purchases for college football? Are you buying a bunch of jerseys?
More NIL money to get.
Yeah. What do you got? Yeah, I'm going to spend $20 to get $20 million to spend on recruits.
Yeah.
Like, is that going to be a thing?
Probably should be.
Honestly, that would be pretty cool.
That's
That would be
kinda cool.
ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy alternate jerseys, or are they just going to offer them? I know that they actually on NCAA 14 that was a thing when they had uniform packs that you had to buy. So it had packs of alternate uniforms. You can't do it now because it's outdated.
Yeah.
So if you get on the game, it says like certain things are not available, and that's one of them. And you could buy packs of like different teams' alternate jerseys. Nebraska had, I think, 2 different ones on there. I want to say it was the terrible ones they played against Wisconsin with the big N on the front. And then there was a different one that I can't remember. So
I always like how they just let you customize it because I'd always do all red or all white.
Do you think they do? So have you played Madden lately?
No, not really.
So there's a Mutt Madden Ultimate Team where it's you collect cards and you get those players. You put together your own like fantasy team with those players. You think they do that with this college football game?
I don't know. Maybe they've got so much new to bring in. Maybe you save that for another year because with the first year,
I feel like
you're bringing it not.
Honestly, keep it vanilla.
Yeah,
keep it pretty vanilla. It's just a game with some of the new things going on in college football next year. If this goes good, implement some more advanced things.
Yeah. I can't wait to do a dynasty and have like 10 guys into the transfer portal.
I'm going to start. I have to do this. I'm going to start as a small school, and I'm going to see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm going to see what happens. But not like I'm not going to start at Texas San Antonio like I do in this one. I'm going to start at like a Toledo.
I mean, others have their dynasty choices already picked out.
Oh, do they?
Longster's doing a Nebraska and a Texas dynasty.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy.
988 on the text line says setting up Bama, Nebraska, week 1.
As you should. As you should. You get to use your schedule and configure it the way that you want. I would always go from like a C+, the regular scheduling. I would make it an A+. I'm like, all right, we're scheduling Oklahoma, Alabama, and Florida. All ranked games to start up. Those are my non-con games to start the season.
Yeah, it's always you always got to get the toughest schedule going. Otherwise, I mean, you don't want to sit there through no offense. I mean, you're not going to lose that game for Georgia Southern. I mean, that's just not going to happen.
No, you don't. You don't. Although there was one where I swear the game wanted me to lose. Everything that I did offensively, I was scoring at will. Defensively, I couldn't stop them. I went into a zone. I went into man-to-man. I put 2 people on this one receiver. I could not stop him.
I loved NCAA 14 because I could get like 6 sacks with one player per game, 7 sacks a game. But also I would like have a guy like the game would like make up for it. So it's like, all right, he's getting here too quick. So you would basically sack the quarterback. He'd be level with the ground
and then just
throw a perfect spiral 49 yards downfield for a touchdown.
Yep.
You're just like, what? That's a sack. But it's kind of like, if you remember, one of my favorite games of all time was NFL Blitz. I love playing against somebody with that because the game would kind of let the better player win for like 3 quarters and then it would just kind of fix it. Like, we got to make this a close game.
And then it's like, wow, this game sucks. Let's fix this. And then everybody got hurt.
Yeah, just everything would go disastrous, fumbles, interceptions for the team that's winning, and it would make the game close.
They're just like, you're on fire, but I didn't do anything. Fire.
Yeah. So that was good stuff. I can't wait for the new video game. We'll see with NIL, with now this organized boycott of the 2024 game if things go as smoothly as we were hoping. But either way, I still think we'll get a game next summer. You might just have, like you were saying, some numbered players and not necessarily names of those players. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, let's do another fun exercise. Rico, there are a lot of players up for the College Football Hall of Fame this year. I'm going to make you pick out just 5 of the group, and we'll see if they compare to my 5. We'll do that coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket. This is the Ticket Water Cooler.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking, they offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityinc.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing. At 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
The Drive with AD and Raph.
I kept hearing people say it's hard to recruit to Nebraska. Like, get the hell out of here with that. You don't think it's not hard to recruit in Iowa? It's not hard to recruit in Wisconsin? So when I hear people say it's hard to recruit to Nebraska, then don't coach at Nebraska.
If you put Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Lincoln, Nebraska together, I'd choose Lincoln, Nebraska. I know it's closer to the south, but if you look at the city of Tuscaloosa, I would choose Lincoln, Nebraska.
Weekdays from 8 to 10 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits. Plus, medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Back to the Ticket Water Cooler on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here on the Ticket Water Cooler. A couple days ago, it was announced that Frank Solich is one of 9 FBS coaches on the 2024 ballot for the College Football Hall of Fame. Of course, you hope he makes it. Some of the other names involved in that: Tommy Tuberville, Mark D'Antonio, Ralph Regent, and Larry Coker. We're going to do a little exercise here. Last year, 18 players and 3 coaches were selected, including Zach Wiegert, of course, former Nebraska offensive lineman. You have to be an All-American to even be nominated. So if I say any names, you go, I don't think that guy's very good. Well, they're all pretty darn good because they're all Americans. But we'll get an exercise and pick our 5 choices from this year's class. But Rico, let me say first of all, when you hear the names that I'm throwing out there with Frank Solich, Tommy Tuberville, Mark D'Antonio, Ralph Regent, and Larry Coker, and there are more than the names we'll name. I'm just doing the ones that I think have the best chances. What do you think Frank's chances are with that group?
Well, I don't know if they need to take a coach, like if it's necessary for the ballot or for the committee to take a coach every year. But I think out of all the coaches there, he might have one of the better chances of making it. But again, if they just don't vote a coach in, I could see none of them making it. This is the second time on the ballot. So he didn't make it last year. I wonder how many percent of the votes he got, or how much of the percent that he needs to get in. But I would think, his record in Nebraska and his firing from Nebraska aside, his record was really good. It was fantastic. He's one of the what is he top 3 in win percentage at Nebraska. And then what he did at Ohio, I think is a bigger reason as to why he's on this Hall of Fame ballot. Is because Mac's all-time winningest coach. He's got the field named after him. He took in his 17 years at Ohio. He took him to 11 bowl games. So I think what he was able to do with Ohio, turning them from a dumpster fire into a pretty respected program in the Group of 5 ranks, I think that's a bigger reason as to why he's going to get into this Hall of Fame. I don't know if it'll be this year. I don't know, maybe next year, but it's the second time on the ballot. He's not a first ballot Hall of Fame, right? So that's understandable. Second time around, maybe we'll see.
Well, I think that's a good distinction too, is because I feel like sometimes when we have Hall of Fames, and this is no disrespect to Frank or Gary Pinkel, who got in last year, the longtime Missouri coach. Shouldn't there be a different Hall of Fame for like Gary Pinkel and Frank Solich and Tom Osborne?
Hall of really good.
Right. But what, like you said, the distinction usually is first ballot, or unanimous or whatever. So that's usually kind of the distinction that you can make there. And we'll see. Again, hopefully he gets in. All right, I'm going to name a bunch of players here. And what's better than dudes and naming college football players pass? That's what people
absolutely nothing.
So that's what
it's
we're
the
going to.
best thing you can ever do in life. Just name dudes that played a sport.
That's right. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to have you pick out 5. So the way we'll start it off.
You're going to name all of them?
Not all of them, but there are plenty of them. That's why I'm whittling it down to 5 here.
Okay.
And see if you have a similar 5 that I have. All right, we'll start off. Monty Ball is eligible. No. Eric Bieniemy.
No.
Justin Blackman.
Yes.
Justin Blackman is one there for you. We'll see if he gets knocked off the list later. Janet Carter.
No.
Dallas Clark.
No.
Tim Couch.
No.
Ken Dorsey.
No.
Work done.
Yes.
Yes. Work done is on your list. Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes.
All right. Larry's on your list. Toby Gerhardt.
No. That's another Hall of Fame. Really good.
Not quite.
No.
Graham Harrell.
Oh, that's a lot of numbers, but no.
Marvin Harrison.
Was he good at? Okay,
Syracuse?
That seems ridiculous for me to ask. He's up to the Hall of Fame. Right. How good was he in college? Obviously, a first team All American, all of that. So he had to have been amazing. But at the same time, like the hard thing is separating their college career from the pro career. If they had a really good pro career, I don't know how good he was in college. I didn't see him play in college. I assume he was really good. I know how great he was with the Minneapolis Colts. So I'm going to, and the text line will probably let me have it. I'm going to go with a. You know what? I'm going to go yes.
I was going to say I was going to look for his little resume here just to tell you exactly what you had there. I'll get to it pretty soon.
At some point.
Because Marvin Harrison is a good question. Obviously, like you said, it's a name. So in 1995, he was All-American as a kick returner and Big East Special Teams Player of the Year, 3-time All Big East selection, Syracuse all-time leading receiver. So I think you're probably right on there. Like great NFL career, solid college career.
You know what? I'm changing it.
No Marvin Harrison. All right, so we still just have Justin Blackman, Work Done, and Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald, and for anybody saying, Larry Fitzgerald didn't have any played at Pitt, he was a Heisman runner-up in 2003.
Larry Fitzgerald is one of the best wide receivers in college football of all time.
Watch yourself.
Yeah. 2003 Big East Player of the Year, set 8 conference and 11 school records.
Love it.
Seasons at Pitt.
Love it.
Bolitnikoff Award winner, like you said, runner-up for the Heisman that year. What are some other names we've got here? Where did I stop? Marvin Harrison. Josh Heupel.
No.
Ryan Leaf. College Ryan Leaf.
College. Okay, hold on. College Ryan Leaf is different from pro Ryan Leaf.
Right.
We all know this. Where's Ryan Leaf? I just saw him.
So he's a third in
There
Heisman
it is.
in 97.
First team All American, third in the Heisman, 97 Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year. First Rose Bowl, the sixth, two-time All-Pac-10 performer, set 4 WSU career. You know what? No.
No, because he didn't beat Michigan and help Nebraska win that championship.
I'm going to go no.
Peace out. James Laurinaitis.
Yes, I was looking at this. I remember him being amazing, but holy crap, I didn't know he was this good. Consensus All-American in 2006, first team first team, obviously. First team All-American in 2008, unanimous in 2007, two-time Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, 2007 Butkus, 2006 Nagurski recipient, led OSU in tackles 3 straight seasons.
That's a man.
James Laurinaitis, yes.
Yeah, James Laurinaitis and Marshawn Lynch.
We looked this up. He has crazy numbers because I wasn't, again, another guy where I'm not very certain on his college career, a solid NFL career. I don't know if he'll be maybe like a fringe Hall of Famer in the NFL. I'm not actually sure about that one.
Yeah.
Was only a 2006 first team All-American, a share of the Pac-10 title that year, Offensive Player of the Year that year, 1,356 rushing yards that season. So I'm gonna go no. I feel like there's like work done better. I feel like there's better. I'm about at 3.
You have 4. You have
4?
Blackman, work done, Larry
I only have one more.
Laurinaitis.
Oh, but there's like 3 more that I want.
You're gonna have to take people out. Kellen Moore.
No.
Terrence Newman.
Oh, Kellen Moore was really freaking good. Kellen Moore was he was the winningest quarterback in terms of percentage.
Yeah.
No, because there's a better quarterback. No.
Terrence Newman.
No.
Haloti Nada.
That's a good one. No. Great pro.
Yeah. Yep.
Obviously solid 2005 consensus first team All-American. First consensus since 1962.
Nebraska was pretty close to getting him too.
Yeah, well, should have.
Julius Peppers.
Now, that is a guy.
That
is a dude.
Yeah.
But no.
No. Oh, okay. Antoine Randall L.
No. You skipped over Paul Posluszny though, and that is a consideration for me.
Paul Posluszny?
That is a consideration for me. But I'd have to take somebody out, and I don't want to until I get to the one that I want. Slowly down the line. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Or maybe I just left him off too.
Yeah, I will fight you.
Simeon
left
Rice.
him out.
Simeon Rice.
Oh, Simeon Rice. No. Ah, that one hurts. That one hurts. He was so good. So good at Illinois.
Richard Seymour.
I love Richard Seymour for what he did in New England, but no.
Alex Smith.
No.
Terrell Suggs.
That's a good one. That's a really good one, but no.
Michael Vick.
That's the one. That's the one. Mike Vick. That's the one. That's my 5th one. That's the one I was waiting for.
All right. So are you going to keep Peter Warrick? That was my only other question.
Am I going to keep Peter Warrick?
Peter Warrick, yeah.
No, I'm keeping Peter Warrick. Two-time first team All-American consensus in 98, unanimous in 99.
Oh, yeah,
Come on.
He was really good.
No, Peter Warrick was great.
Are you putting Peter Warrick in? If you do, you have to take out Warrick Dunn, Justin Blackman, Larry Fitzgerald, or James Laurinaitis, or Michael Vick.
Oh, that's a great team. I might. Let me go back to Justin Blackman really quick. Give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. I got to check out Justin Blackman just to see. This is hard, and obviously they're all Hall of Fame, or they're on the ballot for Hall of Fame. Two-time unanimous first team All-American. Won the Biletnikoff twice. No, I'm sorry, Peter Warrick. I'm sorry. Justin Blackman and Larry Fitzgerald stay.
Yep, had to be. All right, so your list is Michael Vick, James Laurinaitis, Larry Fitzgerald, Warrick Dunn, and Justin Blackman. I agree with you on Michael Vick. I agree with you on Larry Fitzgerald. I think those are no way you can keep those guys out. I ended up going with Terrell Suggs and his single season record of 24 sacks that he had.
That was really good.
Along with Julius Peppers and Antoine Randall, the first player to pass for 6,000 rush.
Yeah, you're a big defense and Big Ten guy, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, maybe I didn't go into some. I don't have too many Big Ten names there. Antoine Randall.
Well, Antoine, look, out of all the players on this list, Antoine Randall is great, but no.
He rushed for more yards than any quarterback ever before his career was done.
Yeah.
Some numbers.
No, I get it.
Those are the type of numbers I get it. You're in.
I get it. He's like the 3rd best quarterback on this list. Maybe 4th.
Yeah. So that's good. But at least consistently, we're going with Larry Fitzgerald and Mike Vick.
Of course. As you should. As you should.
Yeah. Someone off the text line says, too, he won't.
He's not up until I don't know when.
I can't remember the rules, but it has to be some sort of so long has passed since you retired or whatever.
Yeah, it has so.
But Monte Ball is on, so
Someone said, and you were saying no to someone because you're too young. Exactly. Actually, I didn't say no. I looked up the little blurb that they have for them. Numbers, great. All of this, great. But you can't base it just off of your memories, because sometimes your memories get cloudy and you remember a player being fantastic and amazing. At the same time, it's just like, oh, that actually was like a decent season.
when, like you said too, like the longer these guys, I mean, the guys that you don't recognize, those guys have been passed up over the years because otherwise, you get on our first ballot. So a lot of names to go with. Again, they went with 18 guys last year, so it'll be a bigger class than the 5 we did. I didn't want to whittle it down to 18 because that would take a lot of our. That
would take a lot. We'd have to go through it. A lot of numbers getting thrown out there, a lot of names. So we just did 5.
Yeah, and I had fun doing it.
Somebody said his name is Gerald Fitzlarry.
I don't know where he came up.
I don't either, but I like it. Honestly, I might go back home, go on Madden, and create a wide receiver named Gerald Fitzlarry.
I'd recruit that guy. Yeah, for some reason, that sounds like
you know what? That's close enough.
All right, that'll wrap it up for this portion of the Ticket Water Cooler. Coming up next, we'll have Nick Sainer jump in for the crossover. Get ready for happy hour. It's coming up next year on 93.7.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Problem gambling can destroy individuals' finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline. 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
This is Brad with Nebraska Bank, proudly serving your Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing. At 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Honk if you love trucks and bucks. Hold it if you're in traffic, maybe not. Hey, we know you've been waiting for a while, but we're excited to announce that Trucks and Bucks is finally back. And this year, we're giving away 8 Atlas Blue 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. So get to your nearest Nebraska Lottery retailer and play $2 Trucks and Bucks today. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds, 1 in 336,000.
Hi, I'm a volleyball. It's an okay life. I go back and forth about it. And I really wish I was a Nebraska Lottery Powerball or Mega Millions Mega Ball. And all they have to do is mix around in a big plastic bubble and roll down a ramp, and then people win millions. What a great life. As for me, I get thrown around all day and have to worry about getting spiked, which is about to happen right now. Oh, ow! Couldn't you just do a nice gentle tip?
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keenan Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on haters to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Atrax. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66 and Q in.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing for all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with the purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocer. Take the quality of Venue home with you. Our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today. Located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms will be a possibility late this afternoon. It will be hot with a high of 93. Very light south winds at around 10. Overnight dropping down to around 65 with partly cloudy skies. There's a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, just a touch cooler with a high of 87. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM First, 93.7 The Ticket. Back to the Ticket Water Cooler on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
One final segment here on the Ticket Water Cooler before we get into the happy hour.
Ticket Water.
The Ticket Water. Yeah, it's a new show. Maybe we'll run with that. Would you trust Ticket Water? Does that sound like we bottled it up and sold it? You think that we could make some money on that? Maybe that's a side business idea.
Where do we get the water from?
Yeah, the water cooler. We might get in trouble for that because we buy that water from somebody else. I don't think you can
Nope, it's our water.
brand somebody else's water.
Nope, it's our water.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have Ticket Water being sold at the new location.
Perfect. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We welcome on Nick Sainert of the Happy Hour, ready for the crossover here on the Ticket Water Cooler. Nick, how's it going today? Hello. I should turn your mic on, bro. I want to ask you that.
How's it going?
No, not too bad. Just running through some college football. It's cold things.
It's freezing.
It's always freezing.
That's why. Why do you think I'm spending time out there? Not because I like you.
You are mean to me.
I'm not mean to you. You're mean to yourself. You do this to yourself.
I learned from Raph.
Oh, perfect.
There you go.
Anyway, sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good.
You should be.
Game 3 is tonight, of course, of the NBA Finals. Are you guys feeling? I looking at the ratings, they've actually done pretty good. I know a lot of people were kind of thinking, well, they don't necessarily have the name brands or the stars to compare with the previous years, and they've actually done pretty well for what what the NBA Finals usually does.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys caught up in NBA Finals as much as you were early in the playoffs? Is this does this feel like it's peaking to you, or are you just kind of we'll see what happens?
I have been on and off. Like I said I was going to watch this, and I'm really interested in it, and I am really interested in it. I've just been on and off the games.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Busy?
I'm doing something else, and and I'll catch like a quarter or two, maybe a half, but I'm not catching a full game. And honestly, tonight, when's it tip off?
Hold on. I'm gonna take your point.
Are you?
I'm gonna steal it
Okay, right now.
I feel like we're in the same boat.
Oh, we definitely are.
I think Rico. I watched the entirety of game 1. Went to a bar. I was like, let's get a couple buddies. Like, let's go. We'll have a couple pictures. We'll watch game 1. It kind of drug on a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
game wasn't great.
Yeah, and it wasn't like all that exciting either. Right. Did not watch game 2.
Game 2 was better.
Yeah, much better.
Did not watch game 2. I will turn game 3 on tonight, probably at the start of the 4th quarter. But as Rico was about to say, our attention is going to be on the Women's College World Series.
First pitch is at 7 o'clock. Florida State, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
10 losses combined between the two, and Oklahoma only has 1.
Yeah,
That's right. That's not a fair stat.
Oklahoma is 59-1 in a game where you can play as good as you could. Hold on.
Oklahoma is 43-0 in games decided by 4 runs or more.
Yeah,
Florida State is like 38-0 in games decided by 6 runs or more. So when they score 6 or more runs, they're like 39-0. When Oklahoma scores 4 or more runs, they're 43-0. Oklahoma doesn't give up runs. Like that's the thing.
Have much of a chance here,
Oh yeah, they've been really hot this last during the playoffs so far. Right now at the Women's College World Series, I think they're averaging around 6.5 runs a game, where Oklahoma's averaging around 8. So, I mean, the thing is, as Florida State, you're going to have some good with Sandercock in the circle, but you are going to have to score runs because Jordy Ball and that Oklahoma defense is not going to. They're not going to give up runs very easily, and they're going to score whenever they want to.
Now back to the NBA Finals. Is it weird for me to think that Denver's going to win tonight?
No,
I don't think it's
weird, but I don't agree with you.
I think Denver wins tonight because Michael Malone, just called out Denver for the lack of effort during game 2, and so usually it's interesting always to see how a team reacts to basically getting called out by, in this case, their own coach. I think Denver gets the job done tonight. I would not be surprised. I originally said Denver in 5 because I thought, Miami might do game 4 and then they'll close it out game 5. And now Miami bounced back and they're like a cockroach. I can't remember who used that analogy. They're like a cockroach that you just try to step on it and it never dies.
I think it was Jake because it was his team.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Miami is that, and Miami's going to be electric tonight. They're going to have a whiteout or whatever shirts that they're going to wear.
Whiteout, blackout, however they decide to do it.
It's going to be sweet, but I just think that Denver is the better team, and I think Denver wins not only tonight, but I could also see them winning game 4.
So Denver is the more talented team, but as of right now, it seems like Miami is the more cohesive team. It seems as if they work together better than Denver, better than a lot of the teams that were in the NBA playoffs, just because they realize Jimmy Butler is their star. He may not be a superstar in some people's eyes. Playoff Jimmy is a superstar, even though he said that playoff Jimmy doesn't exist. It's okay, Jimmy. You don't have to admit it. We all know it's true. But they understand that if he has an off night, everyone has to pick up the slack.
Yeah.
And by everyone, that's Max Strus, that's Gabe Vincent, that's Duncan Robinson. Tyler Hero's not playing in game 3, still not cleared medically. Bam Adebayo is going to have to raise up to that all-star level that he got paid for or is trying to get paid for.
Well, he's had a better series this series against the Denver Nuggets than they did against the Celtics.
Yeah, all of these guys need to step up and contribute if Jimmy Butler is having an off night. If he's having an on night, you can still contribute, but it's not as much pressure on them because that guy, Jimmy Butler, just does so many things so well when he's on that he's not really going to shoot the 3 all that much, but he's going to drive, he's going to draw fouls, he's going to hit his free throws, he's going to play lockdown defense on whoever he's playing. And with Denver, they need to, with Kevin Love now in the lineup for Miami, they need to move Aaron Gordon from Jimmy Butler being able to have that size mismatch to Kevin Love, even though he's not offering much offensively, just because Michael Porter Jr. he's too slight to take Kevin Love in the post. If Kevin Love decides to post up, I know he's older. He's getting on that the downward curve of his career. he's still bigger than Michael Porter. He's more knowledgeable. And even if he is slightly slimmed down, he's still got a lot of weight to him. He's going to be able to push him around. So throw Aaron Gordon on him, you lose your best defender on their best player. Michael Porter's got to step it up. And as we've seen in game 2, as soon as he hits 2 shots in a row, all of a sudden nobody else on the court exists.
My favorite thing, Kevin Love, is as old as he continues to get, he's still got that like quarterback pass, bro. He'll just chuck the ball down 3/4 of the court. Yeah. So I think we'll look out for that tonight. So check out Game 3 tonight. Also, I already made you pick. We'll do a little bit more either or to close out the show with you guys. Super Regionals for the Men's College World Series, which will be coming up, is starting here in 2 days. It'll be June 9th through the 12th. Let me know which teams you guys want to see here in Omaha, Wake Forest or Alabama?
Wake Forest. I want to see the best team.
Yeah, number one seed.
Yeah, I want to see the best team.
Yeah. Florida or South Carolina? SEC battle.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
They have better fans.
That's all I care about.
They're very fun.
Bradley Jr.'s not there anymore, but I'll still cheer for him. TCU, Indiana State.
Indiana State. They had to give up a super regional, so they're playing down in TCU. So I want Indiana State to pick on Omaha.
I want TCU.
Yeah, you would.
I like bigger brand names.
I like the Horned Frogs.
Yeah.
Give me home of Brandon Finnegan.
Give me the Sycamores.
Is it right?
Home of Brandon Finnegan. Finnegan pitched the College World Series at TCU. Then the very next Major League season, or that same Major League Baseball season, he was pitching in the World Series.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And where is he now?
Flamed out. I think he's with the Reds.
Reds, okay.
Yeah,
Southern Miss and Tennessee.
Tennessee, because I like Tony Vitello.
Look, Tennessee hits bombs, and that would be so fun to see.
Tennessee's got a lot of swag. Tony Vitello's got a lot
But I
of
want
guys.
Southern Miss.
Oh, there you go.
Rico just loves the.
I love
lesser
love the smaller schools in baseball. I don't know why.
To see it. LSU and Kentucky. I'll tell you this. Omaha wins LSU.
It's LSU.
Yeah,
It's LSU.
LSU is the easy pick because every time they're in the College World Series, they pack a
Great
crowd.
fans.
They also have the number 1 pick in the draft coming up in Dylan Cruz.
Yep, great fans.
Good. Oral Roberts for Oregon.
Oral Roberts. It'll be their first time ever to Omaha.
Yeah, this is a cool one. If I could replace like somebody else, like Duke.
Yeah.
If I could replace Duke with both of these teams, I would. But I'm going to say Oral Roberts because that Oral Roberts / like Stony Brook vibe is always fun.
Love it.
Team.
The final two would be Virginia and Duke, and then another one here. Virginia or Duke?
Virginia.
Yeah. Stanford and Texas. Can't go wrong there. Two good
It's
baseball
got to be
programs.
Texas.
Stanford.
Yeah. No.
Stanford.
I'm out on Stanford. I think Stanford's ugly as a baseball.
I love
school.
the Texas fans that come up and offer you barbecue because it's delicious, but I want Stanford. Give me more smart people.
Fun fact: South Carolina is the 15 overall seed in the regionals or in the bracket right now.
Yep.
They have the 5th best odds to win the national championship.
Yeah, that checks out.
So go Gamecocks.
There you go. Lots to look forward to in both College World Series. But that'll wrap it up for the Ticket Water Cooler Happy Hour coming next here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is under new management, but has the same great service as before. Your current garage door seems outdated or isn't working properly, call their new number at 402-480-2840 to schedule service or get a new door ordered. Steve's can repair most types of garage doors and can always point you in the right direction to get the job done. Give Steve's Garage Doors and Services a call today at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840.
Honk if you love trucks and bucks. Hold it if you're in traffic, maybe not. Hey, we know you've been waiting for a while, but we're excited to announce that Trucks and Bucks is finally back. And this year, we're giving away 8 Atlas Blue 2023 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew Flex Fuel trucks. So get your nearest Nebraska lottery retailer and play $2 Trucks and Bucks today. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company. Top prize odds, 1 in 360,000.
Hi, I'm a volleyball. It's an okay life. I go back and forth about it. But I really wish I was a Nebraska Lottery Powerball or Mega Millions Mega Ball. See, all they have to do is mix around in a big plastic bubble and roll down a ramp, and then people win millions. What a great life. As for me, I get thrown around all day and have to worry about getting spiked, which is about to happen right now. Oh, ow! Couldn't you just do a nice, gentle tip?
The Nebraska Lottery. Top prize odds vary by game.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
The Ticket Water Cooler.
Keisei Tamanaga is returning to Nebraska. Just elevates the ceiling of what Nebraska basketball can be this upcoming year. This feels good. Nebraska basketball feels good going into this.
When you think of Keisei Tominaga.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms will be a possibility late this afternoon. It will be hot with a high